Hey everybody, doing something new today, going live because I am crunched for time and I really wanted to share some reflections with y'all before I head out with my cousin. Um, this morning I woke up feeling a little bit strange. Um, I've been feeling like I've been disconnected from the ways that other people see the world, the way that other people experience the world. And I wanted to just come and ask you all if you've been feeling the same way. So, are you finding that the things that concern your family and friends don't really concern you? Do the things that get them really excited not get you excited in the same way? Do you find that the things that do get you concerned or excited don't really get the same reactions from the people closest to you? I want you to think about that. Well, if you do feel like the list that I just mentioned, there was a point in time that I might have said, "I'm sorry to tell you about what I'm getting ready to say, but no, congratulations. You just might be an alien." Now, the reason why I might have said I'm sorry to tell you is because it is a very uncomfortable feeling to feel disconnected from people who are around you day in and day out. But I'm saying congratulations because it may mean that you have been chosen for something different, which is totally fine. And of course, I'm going to use some biblical references here and in just a moment. But first, what is an alien? The dictionary says that an alien is a foreigner, especially one who is not a naturalized citizen of the land that they are living in. It also says that an alien is someone who is differing in nature or character, typically to the point of incompatibility, coming from another world. And the reason why this is possibly a good thing is because biblically, Jesus tells us in John 3:8 that the wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is going. So it is with everyone born in the Spirit. So when someone is born, they don't really have much say in their birth. They don't really have much say in where the wind blows, or where it comes from. It is not something that you have decided. It is something that has been chosen for you to have been granted the Spirit. And I can confidently say this because this is a theme that you see time and time again in the Word. I want to give you another verse here, John 15:16. Jesus says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. And so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you." So again, it's this theme of being chosen, being born in the Spirit. All of these things are not things that we have control over. So when I say congratulations, it is not the type of congratulations where you would receive it if you have worked out strenuously and trained and then won a race that you had prepared for. This is not of your own doing. This is more like the congratulations that you would say for someone who won the lottery, something that's like by chance. So it's nothing to be like proud about. It is something to accept humbly as a gift. And this whole idea of being an alien. So we see that this is not something that you've chosen. This is something that has been appointed for you. Now, why do I use the word alien? Again, we can, back this concept up with scripture. Again, in John 15, verse 19, it says, if you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. And I don't want to say that I feel like anyone particularly hates me, although I have had some um, not so nice comments online, particularly on Instagram, when I've shared some of the things that some of my viewpoints. But I don't really always feel that the world hates me, but I know the more that I were to share kind of the way that I see things, the more that I would get these hateful responses. And Jesus, warns us about this in the Bible. So it doesn't have to be something that we are surprised about or disappointed in. This is pretty much our calling, and that's okay. It's a great calling to have. Um, Further, in Romans 12:2, it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. So again, it's this theme of not really being or belonging to this world, but being transformed, changing form mentally, that we would be able to know what is actually good and acceptable and perfect in the eyes of the Lord, and not necessarily in the eyes of this world. So when you find yourself seeing things a lot differently, maybe even totally opposite of the majority of people around you, you can kind of know that perhaps you've been called out of that to see things in a way that is more aligned with the way God wants us to see them. So the last verse that I just want to share is Titus 2:11-12. It says, for the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation for all people, training us to renounce ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in the present age. So if you don't have the same passions, and when I say passions, these are the things that concern people and excite people, that is okay. Because a lot of times those worldly passions actually are or have a form of ungodliness. And we are called to be self controlled, upright, and godly if we are believers. And as I say this, I want to also remind you again, this is not of your own doing. This is not something to be proud about. This is something to share with other people, as I'm trying to do right now in this video, because the only way that other people are going to also recognize their calling in this way is to hear it from those of us who already know. And then when they hear it, it's going to click for them if they are chosen as well. And then they can, start their journey along this path. Even if it just plants a seed, you don't have to be the one that shares the truth with somebody in a way that they, are completely transformed and are able to fully walk the path of righteousness. Every seed that is planted counts, and God ultimately is the one who does the rest. As we've just read, God does the choosing, and he's the one that makes the wind blow, and he's the one that causes the birth in the spirit. So you don't automatically have to write people off when you see that they see things differently from you. You can pray for them and trust that God is going to do what he does, which is good. And perhaps now is not the time for them to see things and the way that He wants us to see them in his perfect will, but it may come to pass at a later time. So, just wanted to give some hope for those of you who may have been feeling alienated by all of the uproar that's going on in the world right now. It's going to be okay. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. Please give me a like or a subscribe if you feel led to do so. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.